All right, I'm Red Dave from the Charvel Custom Shop, Charvel Jackson Custom Shop. I made some Charvels for the NAMM show here, some spalted bird's eye, and some cooked bird's eye, and some mahogany bodied with spalted maple tops on them that turned out awesome. Probably some of the better guitars that I've ever made. Some of my favorite guitars, actually.
Tell us where the wood came from.
The wood came from a company called Lawrence or Yankee Veneer, and he told me about this wood probably 3 years ago, and I finally was able to acquire some of it throughout last year. And the story behind the wood is he salvaged all this lumber from an old hanger mill. Whenever they'd come across a bird's eye log, they'd take the log and shove it off into a ravine. And he salvaged all this stuff, and now we're making guitars out of it. And it's just incredible stuff. You know, beautiful stuff.
So you milled down the wood, but there's not really, I mean, it's an oil finish on there, right? Like, right. So, but there's also, like, you know, it can be a little bit rough, or there's like wormholes or something. So
yeah.
If you can sort of just explain like the vibe of like why you left the wood that way. Was it not able to be milled down, or that was just part of like the beauty of it? That was
part, in my eyes, that was part of the beauty. It's Mother Nature made that, and so I wanted to leave it as natural as possible, but yet form it into a guitar. Right. And so some of the stuff I was thinking about fixing, but then in the end it was like, no, let's just leave it. It looks better that way. Yeah, sure. And on the horn on one of them, it has a big giant knot, and I actually purposely put that knot right there on that horn. So
the other thing that we saw this year was 7-string San Dimas, and I think those are going to come to us at a certain point. But
yeah.
So how did that come about?
That's something that myself and Michael McGregor had been working on for a few years now, and finally just said, screw it, I'm doing it. I'm going to make it and see what happens. Right. You know, and everybody loves them.
Yeah. Was it tough to keep the aesthetic of like that, you know, Strat headstock design? Yeah. But add the extra pin?
Yeah, I had to work on that for a while. I think I went through probably 6 or 7 different versions of it before I finished on that one, and I really liked the way that one came out.
Yeah, definitely. The other thing too was just sort of the feel of the neck. It's still very familiar. It's very Charvel, yeah. You know. So was that hard to achieve with the wider nut, or
yeah.
Not really?
It was a little bit harder, but I had Mike Shannon help me out with that, so we were able to nail the vintage Charvel shape, because he's done probably 10 million of them by now.